Thank you, Dr. Kana. Is surgery still indicated for varicose vein? I try to answer about this question through my presentation. We find several various clinical aspects of chronic venous disease, sometimes complicated by trophic disorders and appearance of leg ulcer. We use we have many classifications, but we use the SIB classification based on the clinical, etiological, anatomic, and physiopathologic classification aspect, and CV classification based on the evolution of the life scadity before and after treatment. Before all treatments, the duplex ultrasound scan mapping leads to recognize hemodynamic problem and then to choose the best treatment, surgery or endovenous procedures. Surgery is the common invasive treatment for varicose vein. It's the stripping with high ligation of perforating. ASVAL, it's the ambulatory selective varicose ablation and the local anesthesia. Among the new procedure, we have the endovenous laser, radiofrequency, assisted phlebectomy, and endovenous clip, ultrasound guided sclerotherapy. The results of the sclerotherapy are average. The good results is a relationship of the diameter, the saphenous vein diameter. And often we must do so many sessions of the treatment. We must repeat the treatment. DVT and the pulmonary embolism are the absolute contraindication for that. And randomized studies show that the film is better than liquid, and it's the recommendation grade 1A to the American Venous Forum. In the recurrence, the film, it's better to use than liquid. It's a grade 1C. And at first time, we must use the sclerotherapy, then endovenous laser or surgery. It's a recommendation grade 1B. But if the film is contraindicated, we don't use liquid, but we use endovenous or surgery. The risk of DVT is lower when we use the highly dilated sclerosant, when we treat the vein and less than 5 millimeters of diameter, and when the volume of film injected is less than 10 milliliters. Some studies compare efficacy and cost of sclerotherapy and surgery in 10-year follow-up. And they conclude that the sclerotherapy is the cheaper treatment option, but the efficacy of surgery is more effective than sclerotherapy at 10-year follow-up. The stripping with crossectomy is less invasive less traumatic if we do invagination stripping. More and more intervention performed under ambulatory and local anesthesia, even crossectomy with partial stripping of truncal vein. But more important and complex intervention involving more than one saphenous vein, and the reintervention for recurrence in varicose vein performed under hospital condition. But we see that we have very favorable evolution in surgery with net trend to ambulatory and its most economic treatment. ASVAL is the phlebectomy for incompetent dilated tributaries of great saphenous vein with conservation of great saphenous vein. By duplex scan, we do the measure of the diameter of saphenous vein, and we measure the reflex volume and the peak reflex volume. The combination of hemodynamic and anatomic variation lead to reduction in reflux volume and in the great saphenous vein in the diameter. This reflex volume, it could be the key element explaining the hemodynamic and clinical consequence of the treatment of varicose tank, and help to understanding the clinical importance of the reflux volume. The phlebectomy was be done under local anesthesia by hooks. For the leg ulcer, we could use ligation of perforating by surgery, but we observed the delayed healing due to the long scare, and it would be better to use the SEPS, the endoscopic surgery, to do ligation by clip or the sclerotherapy. Healing is not significantly influenced by the number of remaining incompetent performatic veins, and recurrence was higher in patients with incomplete SEPS procedure. It's about 21% at 30 months, and the healing is about 1 to 5 months. For the big ulcers, sometimes we must use the skin grafting. It's the old technique, remains gold standard in terms of safety and efficacy for chronic leg ulcer. We did the autologous skin grafting, but for the near future, perhaps we have the skin tissue engineering by genetic manipulation, leading to better outcome. The conventional treatment, namely stripping, live by contraindication of endovenous techniques. The condition of diameter of the saphenous vein is over than 10 millimeters. But some authors describe the technique, the Lafosse technique, is the combination of laser and foam sclerotherapy. But we have more skin problems. For the dysmorphic aspect of the cross, when the duplex scan showed the saphenous vein close the skin less than 5 millimeters. When we have thrombus in the vein segment to be treated, if we have the patent foramen ovalate, contraindication for the sclerotherapy, in recurrence varicose vein, or if not yet approval of insurance. Recurrence of the reflex after ablation of the saphenous femoral junction is 40% at 10 years with neovascularization by 26.1%. This neovascularization is less after endovenous procedure than surgery by avoiding dissection in the groin. The risk of DVT is similar by open surgery or endovenous laser, but the pulmonary embolism is less higher than endovenous procedure in surgery. Then the venous thromboembolism prophylaxis is recommended. To treat the varicose vein, we have conservative treatment and active treatment. The compression therapy by compression stocking is the most important part of the conservative treatment and should be considered for each patient according to varicose type, grade of chronic venous insufficiency, and compliance of the patient. And the active treatment is indicated for the varicose with complication, cosmetic problem. Morphologic and hemodynamic information obtained by non-invasive duplex technique allows the individualization of the surgical strategy for each patient. The meta-analysis of Rasmussen conclude that all the procedures have the same results. By surgery or endovenous procedure, the goal is the same, suppression of reflux by removal or obliteration. Endovenous procedures are more efficient for the life quality. Only 19% of the patients treated by surgery are satisfied after surgery. Now, the development of endovenous technique lead to use surgical technique only if endovenous technique are contraindicated or if the patient prefers surgery because of the cost. So, surgery is still indicated for varicose vein treatment. Thank you for attention.
Thank you, Meera. So we get the clear message that surgery only for, if you need to save cost, in case you have a contraindication or a recurrence, or if you have very large vein, which can't be ablated, so, or very, very tortuous.